I guess everything's set.
All right, Steve. The bonds came in on number 8. The stuff's in the post office now.
Good.
Good? It's perfect. Most everybody in town went to the ball game at Rocky Grove. The place is deserted.
Let's go.
Six gold fours, 31,000 to 36. 4 gold fours, 28,000. What's that? It's bandits. Lock the door. Call the marshal's office.
Men, surround the building. Watch that door.
They got $30,000 in negotiable bonds. They knocked us both over before we could get a good look at them.
Well, we let that stuff lay there till it ain't quite so hot. It was a nice little job I engineered for you men.
30 grand. Trigger will sure be glad to get his cut when he gets out of the pen next week.
Trigger Mallory? What's he got to do with this job?
He's still leader of this outfit. He cuts in with the rest of us.
Oh, yeah? Well, 3 years in the stir don't do any man much good. And maybe when Trigger Mallory gets out, he won't be quite so fast with his head or his gun. And furthermore, we'll decide on how to cut up this dough and who leads this outfit after we see Trigger.
Well, Magpie, it looks as though we're detailed for that Randsburg bond robbery.
Well, that ought to be easy. You'd say the job is probably done by Trigger Mallory's old gang. He gets out of the pen tomorrow. All we got to do is trade him, pick up the rest of them when he meets them. There you are.
I'm afraid it's not quite as simple as all that. In the first place, Mallory might not rejoin his old gang. In the second place, we've got to get the bonds as well as the men that stole them.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you got a better ID.
Maybe I have. Take a look at that.
Say, he's a tough-looking mug. What about it?
Ever see anybody look like him?
No, I don't think I have. His face looks kind of familiar. I wonder... No, it couldn't be him.
Well, take another look.
Well, Monkey's uncle.
Well, I won't argue that point with you.
Darned if you don't look just like him.
Let me out of here! Let me out of here! I've served my time. I'm tired of this place. Let me out! You can't keep me in here. Hey, you! Come here!
Pipe down, Mallory. You'll get yourself another 3 months for misbehavior.
Well, my time's up. You can't keep me in here.
You don't get out until noon. And that's a couple of hours. Any more yelling and I'll report you.
This is just a line for the press. Trigger Mallory will be released at noon today.
Captain William Carson from the Bureau of Investigation to see you.
All right, send him in.
Yes, sir.
Trigger Mallory has been an incorrigible and an unruly prisoner, and naturally has sacrificed his time off for good behavior. You're Captain Carson?
Well, yes, Warden. What's the matter? You look as though you'd seen a ghost.
Well, that'll be all, Smith. Won't you have a chair?
Thanks.
You'll have to excuse me for staring, Captain. But you're a dead ringer for Trigger Mallory.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm here. Meet my partner, Mr. McGillicuddy. Call him Magpie for short.
How do you do?
How do you do?
You know, Warden, I always said the captain looked like a crook. Your actions sort of bear me out.
Quiet. Do you think I look enough like Mallory to fool some of his friends?
As far as appearances go, you could fool his own mother. But your voice and your gestures...
Well, a man's voice might change after a few years in your hotel, Warden. I think the other things could be taken care of.
Just what is on your mind, Captain?
I'm going to leave here instead of Mallory.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
Well, here's the plan I have. Now, when Trigger comes in here to be released,
we're meeting Trigger a mile from the railroad track. We want to be mighty careful that he ain't tailed by somebody that's looking for us.
I guess he's smart enough to shake the law off his heels.
I ain't so sure about that.
Maybe you're figuring on taking over the chief's girl as well as his job, eh, Slim?
Maybe. You aim to interfere? Hello, Jessie. You sure Trigger understands where to meet us?
I sent him word in the usual way, but I won't feel easy until I see him.
Don't you worry, kid. If anything happens to Trigger, I'll...
Nothing's going to happen to him if his friends don't double-cross him. Better be on your way, all of you. We've got a night's ride ahead, and we don't want any slip-ups.
All right, kid. I only meant that if Trigger don't feel so good when he comes
Forget
out...
it. Stretching the pin isn't going to hurt Trigger. Just see that you don't let him grab him again.
All right, Jess. Come on, men. Better be on our way.
3 years, old-timer. But I've waited for you.
Just like I said, Warden. The captain missed his calling when he took this side of the law.
that'll be enough out of you. I'll get going. And remember, sit tight until you hear from me. All right, Warden, suppose we get a look at our friend Trigger.
Very well. Hello. Donovan? Bring Mallory in here. Yes.
Well, it's about time you let me out of here. Well, what do you want of me? I've seen enough of this place.
Mallory, it's customary in this sovereign state when a prisoner regains his freedom to give him a small amount of money and a few words of advice.
Now you can keep your money, and I don't want your advice. I've served my full time here, and you got no further hold on me.
You can suit yourself about the money, Mallory, but you're going to listen to the advice whether you want to or not.
All right, Sandy Claus, go ahead and spill it.
You've been locked up here now for 3 years, and that's a pretty fair slice out of the life of any man. We hope it'll be a lesson to you.
Sure it will be. I'm to be a nice boy and go to Sunday school. Not have anything to do with any tough guys that tote guns, eh? Now you listen to me. For 3 years you and your mugs have been telling me what to do. Now I do as I please. Is that clear?
Quite clear, Mallory. And if that's the way you feel about it, we can expect you back here almost any time. Hello? Yes. Yes, this is Warden speaking. Yes, I'll take care of it.
When do I get out of this dump?
I'm sorry, Mallory, but you're going to have to stay with us a few more days. The authorities at Lansbury went to hell for investigation.
Well, you can't do this to me. My time is up in this place, and you're not going to hold me. You can't hold me in this place. Let me out of here. I'll get my lawyer. I'll tell this joint now. You and your mugs have been telling me what to do for the last 3 years. Now I do as I please. Is that clear?
That's fine, Captain. But what about that scar?
Oh, I can fix that up all right. Now, I have the names here of most of Mallory's old gang, including Jessie Treadwell, entertainer at Toby Ryan's Palace Bar, Bordertown.
A girl, eh? Well, that must be the one that wrote the note we intercepted, telling him where to meet his friends.
Where was that?
A mile from Jessup's Crossing on the SP.
Fine. Now, if you'll get me some kind of an outfit and turn me loose, Trigger Mallory will take care of the rest of this situation.
Bye.
Well, there comes your chief, men. How about it? Was I right or not? And that's the man that's gonna lead us on a cattle raid.
Give the guy a break, will you? Did you expect to find him dancing a jig?
Well, if he does any dancing, I'll call the tune.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Mallory.
Howdy, Trigger.
I had a note from Jessie saying you'd meet me here.
Hey, we better get going. Somebody might have been trailing you.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. My trail's pretty well covered.
Looking pretty thin, ain't you, Trigger? Guess they didn't feed you very good.
Feed you? Nothing but slop.
Your voice sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, well, you don't get much chance to vocalize where I've been. Come on, where are we heading for?
You must be slipping, Trigger. Your orders sent to us through Jessie was to take you to Toby's place at Bordertown.
Sure, they're my orders, but the place might have been raided since then. Come on, let's get going. Let me out of here. You got no business keeping me in here. It's nothing but a dirty frame-up. What are you doing holding me in here this way? I want to see the warden. I've served my time. Tell the warden I want to see him. There's a law in this country. You can't do this.
Look who's appealing to the law. Well, you might as well quit shouting, because they won't let you out of here till they get through investigating.
Yeah, and how long will that take?
Oh, 1 year, 2, maybe 5.
Why, you...
All right, starve then, you mug.
Hey, come back here. It's bad enough to keep me in here. You know you want to starve me, eh?
Trigger Mallory.
I'll take you up to your room, Trigger, while the boys look the place over. All right, fellas, spread out. Well, there it is, Trigger.
Ah, it's great to be home.
Yeah, it's just as you left it. Jessie wouldn't let us touch a thing.
That's swell.
Guess you didn't notice this.
Oh, it's Jessie, isn't it? Swell girl, Jessie.
Yeah, she had that made special for your homecoming.
Well, she hasn't lost any of her good looks. I'll go down after a while and thank her for it, but right now I think I'll lie down and rest a while, you know. Kind of get used to the idea of being free.
Sure. Suit yourself. See you later.
All right, Slim.
The trail that was rocky, smooth as can be. Everything seems so different and strange. For the day seems so cheery when you are with me. Right in the rain, the dark clouds went hiding, the blue skies appeared. A rainbow is right in the range, and I'm confiding whenever you're near. A rainbow is right in the range. The trail that was rocky, smooth as can be. Everything seems so different and strange. For the day seems so cheery when you are with me. All right in the rain.
Well, boys, I was right.
What do you mean you was right?
The house putting its mark on the boss.
What's the matter with him?
Everything. First, he's lost his memory. Didn't seem to remember what our names were, and where this place was. And he's gone soft. Said it was good to be home again, and he'd like to take a rest.
He'll be all right in a week or two.
In a week or two? Say, we've got a job of work ahead of us pushing that Bardee cattle across the border. We held off too long now, waiting for Trigger to lead us, and now...
You gotta give a man time to get his bearings.
Time? In 4 days, the Bardee will have their cattle rounded up. We've got to move quick. And he says it's good to be home again. We ought to be laying our plans right now. And he's taking a nap like some old codger of 70.
That'll be enough out of you, Slim Marsh. You wouldn't dare say that to his face.
Oh, is that so? Well, if you don't believe what I say about him, let me tell you something, kid. When he first saw your photograph, he looked at it like it was something he never seen before. And he said, "Ain't that swell?" Then he went to bed. Oh, Jessie.
What do you want?
If you go up there, step lightly so as not to disturb him.
Jessie was just telling me about that Bar D cattle raid you fellas are planning. But it's going to take more than just the 5 of us. What about Joe Sardes?
Joe Sardes was killed in that raid over by the Pecos. You was there at the time, Trigger.
Oh, sure, I remember now. Just goes to show, isn't it funny how a fellow will forget when he's been locked up for a few years?
Yeah, that's just what we were talking about. And we've decided that you've forgotten too much to be of any further use to this outfit. And from now on...
Just which one of you birds is planning on taking charge?
That'll be my job.
Now, are there any more nominations for the leadership of this outfit?
You give the orders, Trigger. We'll follow.
What about you, Slim?
Yeah, I guess I was mistaken. You can count me in.
That's fine. Toby, set him up for the bunch. They're on me. Come on, kid, let's celebrate. Now, the first thing I want to know is where you planted those bombs in that post office job.
The old hideout in Shepherd's Rocks. You know the place.
Sure, I know where it is. So does every other thug and rustler that rides this range. Now, we get a hold of that loot in the morning, and I'm going to take charge of it. Any objections, Slim?
I guess not. Except we all get what's coming to us.
Well, I'll see to that. Steve, you round up Meggs and Blake and have them at the hideout the first thing in the morning. We're going to need every man we can get for this job. Hey, guard! Guard! Hey, look here. Look. Hey, look in this paper of yours. It says, I was released today. Can you beat that? Stay where you are, Warden.
Don't be a fool, Mallory. Drop that gun. You'll never get out of here alive.
I'm leaving here, and what's more, I'm taking you with me. Now, you pick up that phone, tell them to get you a car ready at the front gate. That you're going for a ride, and you're taking Mallory.
You're mad. You can't get away with this.
Pick up that phone.
You'll be careful, Trigger, won't you?
Don't worry, they're not going to catch me again.
I don't mean the police. I mean Slim. If you give him a half a chance, he'll put a slug in your back.
That guy don't worry me none. Now, if Steve's got the other boys at the hideout, we'll pull that job in the morning. So long, kid.
So long, Trigger.
Bartender, go over this way. Stay a little paper. That's good. Two over here, please.
Well, what do you want, partner?
I'd like to negotiate for a little drink of red-eye.
Yeah? How?
If I can throw 7 in 3 rows, you buy me a drink?
And if you don't, you buy the drinks for all.
That's a deal. 7. Name your poison, gents.
All right.
That goes for you too, sister.
Thanks, I'm not having any.
You better be on your way when you've had your drink. We don't care for strangers in these parts.
Well, I ain't no stranger. Fell up the state pen told me that Trigger Mallory used to hang around here. Is that right?
Trigger Mallory? Never heard of him.
Nor me.
Oh, I guess I got the name wrong. Well, anyhow, I ain't here to mooch drinks. I can see my way.
Well, we better take care of that wad before you leave. Would you be interested in a little dice game with the boys?
I'd be tickled to death.
Boys, take them over to the corner and show them how to roll those bones.
That man isn't the fool he's pretending to be.
Wait till the boys get through with him. He'll look even sillier than he does now.
I suppose this is another one of your bright ideas, Slim. Keeping it in the government sack so there won't be any doubt about it being stolen, eh? Oh, come on, take a look at the cattle.
Well, what do you think of them, Trigger?
Not bad.
Well, then let's get them started. We don't need these other men.
Are you giving orders again, Slim?
No, but I...
Well, keep your trap shut, then. We need all the men we can get to handle this. I'm going to do a little scouting around anyway before we tackle this job. Come on, let's head for the hideout.
And you claim you can shoot the spots out of this car to 30 paces, huh?
For $5 a spot, I can.
You made yourself a bet, mister.
One, two.
Well, what goes on here?
Hiya, Trigger.
Hello, Trigger.
Hello, Chief.
I was just fixing to separate Steve from a little money by shooting the spots out of that card.
Well, go ahead. Fire away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 29, 30.
That's pretty good shooting.
I guess you win, Meggs.
Like taking candy from a baby, eh?
Even Trigger couldn't do better than that.
Well, where I've been, you don't get much chance to practice. But down where I was raised, kids used to shoot at targets like that. Give me one of those cards. Now, I'd figure a fellow was a pretty good shot that could cut one of those edgeways.
$50 says you can't do it.
I'll take that.
So Trigger's slipping, eh?
I could do better than that with a little practice.
Well, that's 50 I owe you, Trigger.
Nah, keep it. Split it up among the boys. But I'll tell you what you might do. You might start a fund for Slim's funeral. He's going to make a bad mistake one of these days. I'm going over and look over those cattle. See if there are any riders around. We'll try and move that stuff across the border at dawn tomorrow. Take care of things, Slim.
Nice shooting, eh, Slim?
Yeah, too nice. There's something phony about that guy.
Phony? What do you mean?
I don't know. But he's liable to mess this whole job up with his scouting around. I'm gonna follow that guy.
Okay, fella. But don't let him catch you at it. That's all I gotta say.
Can't use anything but 7.
Get on that, get on.
What do you shoot? What do you shoot?
Get on out there.
All right.
Come on now. Throw the snake eyes this time for a chance.
All set?
Get something for it.
Hey, Diddy. All faded?
All right. Shoot 'em on.
I guess you can't make them all. Hey, there's something wrong there. Them dice ain't behaving like they should.
Go ahead, get your money down.
Get on that.
Put it all down. We'll cover all of it.
I'll take that.
10 more you're on. All right. Let him roll. Shoot him.
All faded? Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Let him ride.
Trigger, what happened?
Never mind. Get me the key to my room and follow me up there as quick as you can.
Get on, fellas, get on. Here we go to town on this one. All right, what is it?
Come on, Ordo, left.
Say,
How much?
Get it down there.
get on all of it.
Oh, boy, now come on. Let's see you throw this. Come on, throw it.
throw a crack.
Come on,
There
now
we
get
go.
it now.
Throw a crack.
Come on, throw a good one.
I ain't not so.
You're not so
Well, that cleans me, fellas.
Well, we'll be seeing you.
Come around,
See you around tomorrow.
Yeah.
He fooled us all, Trigger. He had your manners and gestures, and when he knocked down Slim, it was just like you'd have done it. I don't know who he is.
I know who he is. He's Captain Bill Carson, a federal agent.
That's it. That's why he insisted on waiting about the cattle until all the men arrive. He means to get them all in one swoop. He knows their names.
Yeah, but he don't know I'm out of jail. And that's my ace in the hole.
You can't blame the boys for being mistaken. The man's a dead ringer for you.
Know him?
Yeah, he wandered in the saloon a couple of hours ago. I thought he wasn't as stupid as he was making out to be.
Ah, he's probably another G-man. Why don't I let him have it?
Don't, Trigger. You'll have the whole saloon up here. It's Carson we want.
Yeah. All right. We'll lock him up in here. Come on. Hello. Federal Bureau of Investigation? Who is this, Dixon? This is Bill Carson. I've got the Mallory gang in a shack about 5 miles south of Border Town, just off the San Felice Trail.
Good. Listen, Captain. Trigger escaped.
He's probably headed for that hideout right now. We have Magpie on his trail. You think he'll need any more help?
Oh, I don't think so. I'll try to get him rounded up before he gets there.
Hello. Hello. Captain Carson. Captain Carson.
Hello. Hello, Dixon.
Are you all right? What was all that shooting?
One of the Mallory gang caught up with me. Line of duty, you know. But you better send someone out here to pack him in.
Where are you?
I'm in a tool shack on the SP line about 2 miles south of Ward Junction. I'll let you know if I need any help. All right, Dixon. So long.
Someone's coming.
Where is he?
What happened, Trigger? Where's who?
Lightning Carson, that smart G-man that's imitating me.
Well, gee, Trigger, we didn't know that. We thought it was you.
Where is he?
Well, he went out to look at the herd. Slim thought it was funny and followed him.
Well, he'll be back. Come on, get inside. Cash those horses and tip us off if you see him coming. What a fine bunch you turned out to be. You thought I was slipping, eh? You thought a stretch in the pen was going to soften me up. And then you poor saps, you let a federal man move in and pass himself off for me.
Don't be a fool, Trigger. He fooled me worse than any of them. He took me in his arms and...
Oh, all right. Forget it. Now, we'll just fix up a surprise for this Mr. Lightning Bill Carson.
He's coming.
Well, you men know what to do. You come with me, Jessie.
Hiya, Trigger.
Hello, Trigger.
Hi, boys.
Howdy. Right. Give me 2. You?
Take it through.
How many cars do you want, Steve?
Where you been, Trigger? You been gone quite a while.
Yeah, we was worried about you. Slim went out to look for you. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him. He won't be back.
What do you mean, won't be back?
You can use that funeral money now. Slim made that bad mistake I spoke about. And you made a bad mistake when you tried to pass yourself off for me, Captain Carson. Hello, Mallory. I heard you got away, but I thought I could get back here before you did. And you brought Jessie with you, too, eh? Great girl, Trigger. She's been a lot of help to me.
You're going to need plenty of help from now on, Mr. Carson. You fooled me, but...
Cut it, Jessie! Is there any other little message you'd like to leave with us before you get what's coming to you?
Only a request that Meggs do the shooting. He'll make a good, clean job of it.
There won't be any shooting. Spies don't get shot.
Just one thing more, Trigger. Don't let Jessie tell you she was fooled. It's just that she prefers an honest man to a crook.
He lies, Trigger.
Get it! I've got my gun. Beat it! Get your horse!
Well, I guess I can stand a stretch in jail if Trigger can.
Prison's pretty tough on women,
So?
so I'm going to turn you loose. You're a bad egg, Jessie, but quite unintentionally you saved my life. Don't stop till you get over the border.
Maybe you were right when you said I prefer an honest man to a crook. Thanks.
Where's the girl?
She was too fast for me. Got away, made a clean getaway. Last I saw of her, she was heading for the border.
Too fast for Lightning Bill Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah.